able to see a timer besides the timer that is ticking, and I don't know why my hair just. Anywho, it says that I am live. Therefore, welcome, gardening comrades. I am GMama Growz, hard in the garden. Thank you for scrolling through, and I would appreciate your support of my channel by clicking that like button. Today, this morning, I've been working, so already I've been listening to my music on my phone. And I said that to say this. I ain't gonna be long with your time because my battery on my phone is gonna be needing some juice, and I don't have a cord long enough to give it juice while I'm over here. Let me check the chat. I see somebody has scrolled in. Spence 62. Thank you for scrolling through. Laura's Garden. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm just getting started. I've been getting my stuff together, and like I said, I've been listening to my music, and my phone is gonna be needing some juice soon, and I can't see my settings up there without touching and clicking around, and that's not good for me because I might click off. So the first thing that I am going to do is show my pot. Well, first, let me give a shout out to Team Replay because y'all are awesome. I appreciate y'all so much coming through, and especially checking out my Amazon wish list because I'm getting stuff, and a lot of stuff don't have gifts, or should I say the name from the gifter, but these fine gloves here just happen to be from my gardening comrade growing what I eat, and I appreciate you, kind sir. And I got seeds and grow lights and other things from my wish list, and I am truly grateful. Thank you kindly, Team Replay and others. Looking at the chat. Urban Gardening Comrade, Irma. Okay, it's early. That's what it is. Urban Gardening Chronicles. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time doing my workouts or running your live on the computer. Great job. Great job. I need to get another workout in. Joy of the Garden at Home. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Asia's Joe, howdy and good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Up with my coffee, making my husband's deer steak and eggs before work. Then I'm getting my seeds back out and started. That's great, Asia Joe. Sounds like a great morning. I haven't eaten anything yet, junk food and other stuff. But what I'm here for, basically, I'm going to be sowing more seeds. These are the pots that I'm going to be using. These are net pots that I have been converting all of my indoor plants to. Net pots that hold media of hydroponic sorts, which means it can hold coco coir, hydroponic substrate, pumice, perlite, vermiculite, and other mineral-based substrate, and that's what I'm going to be using. They come in all shapes and sizes, and these are the ones that are being used right now, and I have some that I keep clean. This is a 3-inch net pot. This is a 4-inch net pot, and they all pretty much are the same with holes so that the media is able to breathe. And I think these are 3-inch net pots also. Basically what I use, my holes are 3 and 4 inches. And to start seedlings, I have a 1-inch net pot, and I'm going to be starting them now in 3-inch net pots so that I can add more seedlings. And the chat is doing something. Oh, people scrolling in. Good morning. Miss Shirley, OG Gardener, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Smash that like button. Thank you. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Scrolling, scrolling. People are speaking. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm just going over my net pots and things that I'm going to be using since I have transitioned over. And not only am I going to be using a net pot, I'm going to be using a wicking rope. And I'm going to have the wicking rope down into the net pot so that it accesses the fertilizer that's going to be at the bottom of the container. And for my container, I just have some basic plastic cups here. Pretty sturdy. No holes in the bottom of these, but the holes that are in the bottom of this pot is going to access the fertilizer that is going to be in this cup. And do I have a plenty? I have plenty of humidity domes because, yeah, I've converted over from using the plastic to plastic cover tops, and this holds in. Yeah, it does actually sit up there pretty good. It holds in the humidity for the plant. And for an example, I've already got seedlings started. This is what I'm leaving behind. This has soil, cocoa air, and the top is my pond mix, which is a mineral base of it's a lot of rocks. How about that? Valuable type rocks. And then this is the new method that I'm going to. And this is the fertilizer on the bottom with the wicking rope, the pot, and then this is pumice. And it's all pumice. I don't think anything else is in there. And this is a marigold, a new marigold that I wanted to try. I think it's a joker. I think it's a joker marigold. But yeah, a lot of out with the old and in with the new for me. This is tricolor sage, which should be 3 colors, and there are only 2 right now. Probably because we're indoors and it's not getting that much light. So let me check the chat again. Move these out of the way. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Good morning, everybody is speaking. And I'm excited to look up the seeds you sent me again and see what will fit in my garden area this season. Haven't heard of them before. Oh yeah, Asia Joe. I have a majority of the plants that I grow are container variety plants because I don't have a yard or property or land, and everything I grow is in containers. So should you plant them in the ground, they'll probably be more vigorous and grow larger. But if they're in a container, you will get a nice harvest off of whatever. Johnson, I can't see that. Somewhere now. Thank you for scrolling through. Oak tree in a pot. I'm not sure. Oak trees get pretty big, but I don't grow oak trees. But I do grow a lot of trees in pots. All right, so now that I've got my pot situation together and what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be starting my herbs over again. Like I said, I have a couple that I have started already, and it just so happens I don't have any over here, but that's okay. So what I gotta do, since I'm looking at stuff and I'm sitting in front of everything that I had to get together, is I'm gonna move and I'm gonna get up because I think I can move faster if I'm standing and moving around versus sitting here and talking. So I'm gonna get up from here, spin this camera around so I can get back to work. And let me check the chat one more good time before I'll do that. Scrolling, scrolling. Sorry, gamer pal, message me. Uh-oh. Is that my mail, Mike? No worries. I appreciate your time. I'm a renter and container garden mostly also. Hey, we two peas in the pod. I'm a renter and a container gardener also. Good morning, Mr. Bowtie Life in the Garden. Watching while I get breakfast and started for the day. I know that's right. I can't wait to get breakfast. I'm going to get breakfast out of this. My usual pancakes and eggs and whatever else after that. GMama, have you grown dwarf, peach, or apple trees in a container before? I'd love to hear more about that. Thank you, Adrian, for asking that question. I was thinking about doing a peach, but I haven't found a dwarf variety that I would like or would be suited for my containers yet. But I do go grow a variety of apple trees in containers. And the variety of apple trees that I grow in containers is called a columnar apple tree variety. COLMNUAR, I'm thinking. Columnar apple trees, and they are actually bred for a container or small space urban gardeners. And the tallest one that I got was, or that I've grown, was 8 feet in my container, and I just trimmed it back last season. So it's probably about 6 feet now because I pruned back a nice portion of the top of that tree. And the variety that I have here, oh boy, which one? Because I got like two, and one of them didn't make it. Well, actually, I got three, and one of them didn't make it. So I have to check which variety, but I want to get one more to which I'm sure, but it's been hard to find, and it's called icicle variety of the columnar apple tree, because I had one of those and that apple was so sweet. I mean, it was sweeter than the what am I growing? Lord, I got two. What, a scarlet sentinel and a golden sentinel. Those are the two that I have. The scarlet sentinel is a mixture of red and green apple, and the golden sentinel that I have outside right now is the golden sentinel, which is an all green apple. So I would like to get the white icicle columnar apple tree. Yeah. Okay, let me get back in here. Scroll, scroll. I said y'all. Thank you, Miss Lois Garden. I appreciate that. Columnar noted. Yes, ma'am. That's the one for us container gardeners. All right, now I need to mix up some fertilizer for my soilless medium here so they can be soaking while I'm thinking I'm gonna have to go through my seeds and figure out, because my rosemary hasn't germinated yet. I did get some spearmint to germinate, but it's in soil, so I'm gonna put that outside, and I can be talking and moving at the same doggone time. So let me do that. Oh no! You have got to be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe I just did that. But I did, and it's real, and we live. So, what had happened was, my post, and it was dry, boy. I must have needed to knock that down. My, sage, I knocked it on the floor, and yeah. It's out of this pot now. This is the one that's going outside. But anywho, that was unfortunate. I'm gonna have to get back to this later. But yeah, it's out of his pot. And at least it didn't snap his neck and still got some little roots hanging on for dear life. So I'm gonna fix that. So good grief. If y'all hear a lot of crunching down here on the floor, yeah, it's because I done dropped my stuff down here, and I'll be getting that up later. But for right now, I need to use this table so I can mix up my fertilizer. And yeah, can you believe it fell in my water? Lord have mercy. Now what I'm gonna do? Pull it out, start again, because that is unfortunate. Look at that. Rocks and soil in my clean water that I was just about to soak my fertilizer. Okay, so I guess a tragedy turned into a victory because I'm still gonna use it. Yes, I am. Because I was gonna soak my, yeah, we're gonna use that. Let me check this chat again, because I am going through it right now, trying to figure this out. Scrolling, so much for your info. You're welcome. Hold the chat up. No worries. Scrolling, scrolling. Crafting on the dawn with Shay Shay. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Thank you. I received my seeds. Yay, seeds. Let's grow. Good morning, scrolling. Good morning, Miss Cheryl Norris. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I just had an accident, but actually I'm going to be using this accident in a minute. What had happened was I dropped my plant on the floor, and yeah, the water was underneath that, and I got some media inside of my water that I was just about to use to soak some of these clay pebbles and things so that I could plant some seeds like I have there. So I'm still going to use this, and I'm just going to use those that are at the bottom also because they need to soak too, and I'll just add some more to the top of the plants that I just knocked over. And excuse the clickety clack, but I'm trying to figure out a good position to have this camera while I'm working. All right, I think I'm getting used to this. Yeah, so what I'm going to be mixing up first is my micro roots, because I'm not going to be soaking the seeds like I usually soak the seeds. I'm going to just fill my container up with the medium that I'm going to use and let the seeds germinate from there. And since I'm going to be germinating so many of them, okay, I just thought about something. There was actually some soil in there, so I can't use this. Dang nabbit. I'm glad I just just thought about that, so I'm gonna have to empty this out and use this someplace else and figure out another way that I can, um, maybe I can, because the cup is so deep, maybe I can just mix up some solution and have it soaking. I'm thinking out loud, y'all, because I gotta change my plans, because, yeah, I just do. Soil microbes and hydroponic microbes. I'm trying to get them, but I don't want to mess up my junk right now. So I got another mixing container here that I can mix up some microbes in. And that's what I'm going to do. Instead of pouring my clay pebbles inside of, I don't have a spoon in there. Instead of pouring my clay pebbles inside of a bucket and letting them soak. Oh, Lord. I'm looking for a measuring spoon. There we go. Instead of pouring my clay pebbles inside of a bucket and letting them soak, I'm going to let them soak inside each individual pot that I have, which is going to work out better for me. I can keep better track of them, and I don't have to make as much solution. And I'm making 1 teaspoon because I'm making 1 gallon, and I'll spread it out amongst the plants. And I just moved into a bigger container with this. It's the same old micro roots because I got tired of squeezing my hand in that little bottle that I was using. So I moved it to a bigger container, as well as my other fertilizer. So let's get this mixed up. And I don't think I'm going to do too much, but I am going to add some extra, simply because, okay, I got distracted because I hear my pump on my hydroponic unit over here has turned on. I don't want to put my weight on that, though. Oh, and it needs some, so that needs to be fed. So I'm going to do that also. I'm going to need to empty that container. I got to do that. So let me label this. Oh, it's already labeled micro root, so I'm good. I don't know how that lump got in there like that. Like, what are you doing? I'm trying to find something to smash this powder down because I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm not. I see a floater that I want to make sure it dissolves, and it's not floating no more. Either it's floating so fast. Anywho, I got stuff to do. I got time to play with you. I'm going to set you to the side and get ready for, I need to put some fertilizer in my Elsis because I hear the pump over there struggling. Okay, let me check the chat again right quick. Everybody is speaking. Good morning. Good morning. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Miss Laura. Mike, they fixed it. Oh, that's not my mail. Good morning. Good morning. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Stony Homesteads, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I am mixing up fertilizer, and I'm about to mix up some fertilizer for my Elsis because I just heard the pump. And usually, if I can hear the pump, that means that it needs to have more water. So that's what I'm about to do real quick. I'm hoping it's gonna be real quick. And that's unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to use this bucket. And I'm not gonna waste these. I'm just transferring them into another container until I can get back to them. And I'm still gonna use my water on another plant, but it's gonna have to have soil because that's what's in there, soil, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to use. So for this container, do I have some more water? And there is. Okay, hold one time. I'll be right back. I need to rinse out my mixer. Okay, let me check the chat again while I'm walking by. Good morning, good morning. Farmer Chaz, good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling. Everybody is speaking. I gotta do some troubleshooting today too. My garden keeps making some noise and I think something's stuck in the pump. Yes, anytime you suspect something, that is a good thing to troubleshoot. That's what just happened recently here with my else's. The reason why I had such a big reset is because, first of all, it was user error on my fault that when I was putting my lights back up, I shorted it because I didn't attach the lights back correctly. So after that happened, I was getting frustrated and something said, look inside and see what's growing on in there. And when I did, it was algae and roots and yeah, it was a mess. So the lights turned into a whole cleaning and reset. So I completely understand that. But it's also a good thing to check periodically and look inside where your pump is pumping to find out why it's actually making that noise, because it could be plugged with just debris and it needs to just be removed, which can easily be removed and continued on. And why don't I have a spoon? I need a measuring spoon. Like, didn't I just use one? Okay, I think it was one of my micro roots. Yes. So I keep my packaging and stuff and I just put it on to whatever container I'm using, just because I like to refer back to what I'm doing, or if I'm doing something different and I want to know how much I should be using. So I'm doing hydroponics, which is 2 teaspoons per gallon of water. And this is around 10 or more gallons, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 scoops, 3 scoops equals 1. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons. I don't know why I'm putting the top. I'm thinking and doing too much. 2 tablespoons will be good enough for the hydroponic tower. And I'm gonna leave that spoon out so I can see it. And I'm also going to add some calcium and magnesium. So, well, how do you know your plants need? You know by looking at your plants and if they need anything. And I see yellow and various things going on with these leaves underneath the lights that probably aren't visible. But I'll show you up closely. And oh my Lord, I'm looking at that one over there and those plants are struggling because I ain't been over there in a couple of days, but I'm here now. So what I'm doing now is mixing up my fertilizer for my hydroponic unit. And I usually mix 1 gallon of fertilizer, but the fertilizer that I mix into the 1 gallon of water is enough to feed the entire tower. And this is it's not nutrient film technique, a deep water film technique where the pump pushes the water from the bottom to the top and across the roots and back again, which is different from deep water culture, which I love. And I'm going to continue to use deep water culture, which uses a pump, an air pump with air stones and fertilizer in some type of reservoir. Let me check the chat because I'm still mixing these bubbles down. Scrolling. Oh no, Chaz. What happened? Oh, what do I do with these plants while I'm working on the pump? Farmer Chaz, what do you do with your plants while you're working on the pumps is you need to find a system that you can set your containers in. I'm looking around to see if I can find, here's one I can show you. You want to find something that you can hold your plants in that does not have holes in the bottom. And you just set your plants in there until you're finished working, because you don't want to leave them open to air because your roots are actually dying off. The more that they're exposed to the air, they're shriveling up. And yeah, so you find something to put your plants into that does not have holes in the bottom. And what I use for my plants is I have another tower over here that has holes, so when I need a reset, or I use the same thing that I just showed and I set my plants in the bottom of here and I put the fertilizer that they came out of until it's switched over, and then I empty that out and they go into the fresh reservoir. Good morning. Scrolling in the chat again. Uh-oh. Monica, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I can't see the rest. Something 68. Scrolling. GMama, hold up that Cali bag. I wanted to see the label. Ooh, it's not very good because I done chopped it up or cut it up so I can fit it on here. It actually comes in a bag. And what I do is I put it in another container that I could um, manage better. And this is dry water soluble because I prefer water soluble fertilizers versus liquid because it lasts longer. And they also have Cali Mag with iron, to which is also great because that's an extra amendment that is needed in the soil. Oh, and I forgot to put it in here. And it's only a quarter of a teaspoon per gallon. And I have a little measuring thingamabobber in there, which is a quarter of a teaspoon, even though it looks small. I pre-measured it before I did that so I would know. And I don't use much of that. I use like 3 of these because it's the same, but less is more. And it's not required to use the full, the recommended dosage. That's what I should say. I always use less than the recommended dosage. So let me say that. So I'm going to mix this in and mix one at a time when mixing fertilizers until one is completely dissolved, because you don't want to mix them all together. It will create a lockout to which a plant won't be able to absorb one or the other of the fertilizer or the nutrients that's being provided by the fertilizer. So that's why you mix one until it's completely mixed and then you mix another. And sometimes you get these little balls that do not dissolve, and I just smash them and the powder dissolves in the water. You know how it goes with powders and water. Once you get it broken down, it's good to go. To which this hole is small that I can't scoop them all, but I do some. And pretty much, excuse me, once you get it dissolved, well, once I get it dissolved is when I add it to. And I still hear my pump, so that means I got a little bit more time. I'm trying to do it because I only, with this system, I don't run it like I do my deep water culture, because I'm learning that the pump does not need to run 24 hours a day. It only needs to run a couple of minutes a day or a couple of hours a day. I said a couple of minutes. A couple of hours a day. So I have my pump set on a timer to where it circulates the water every couple of hours for, I say, about 30 or 45 minutes. What I'm about to do is fertilize my whole tower here, this Elsys kit. So I'm moving stuff around in hopes I don't knock nothing over, and y'all can continue to view what I'm doing. And I have separate tools that I use for my garden than I do, yeah, for my kitchen. Because I ain't got that type of time to be doing back and forth with the, yeah, I just ain't got that type of time to do. So, since I have seedlings in here, I don't need to try and open another compartment. I can just take out the seedling. And the roots are not that long. So, we're going to be okay until I feed the rest of the clan here. And even though I use a funnel, I still miss sometimes, but It's okay. It's all going down. And this should stop the humming of the pump. Almost. And that was pretty good. Not none escaped. And I got a little bit more that I need to grab some more water. And while I'm grabbing water, I can do. Oh, here's some. I was trying to stroke chat, but that ain't worked out to my advantage pouring this water. Now I'm gonna scroll in the chat. Oh, that Cali Mag up, I seen it. Where do you buy your fertilizer from and the names of them, please? So, Miss Shirley OG Gardner, I have just recently, I'm looking for my fertilizer, transitioned a majority of my plants because I'm still using my old fertilizer, but the new fertilizer that I'm switching to is called Mighty Plants Plant Food. And they make a variety of products. Oh, I just turned that without looking, Lord. Mighty Plants Plant Food. And this is the one that I use the most. It's mycorrhizae. And it's for the roots. And their products are compatible with soil and hydroponics. This is the reason that I'm switching. It has less salt than the typical, I'm going to just use one that I've been using the majority of, the Fox Farm line. Very salty fertilizer, but it works wonders, which they all do. But I've been into my plant's health, I should say, more. And this is another product that I use. I am not affiliated. This is not sponsored. These are just products that I use. Sea kelp, which is the same thing, and it can be used for hydroponics and soil. And you use a minute, very small amount. This is a 4-ounce pack, and I've been using this pack for months. And I am not even a third. This is how much I've used within months, because indoor house plants, a quarter of a teaspoon into 1 gallon. Transplants, a half a teaspoon into a gallon. Outdoor veggies, a half a teaspoon into 1 gallon. Hydroponics, 1/4 teaspoon into 5 gallons of water. So, the dry water soluble is a lot more concentrated than the liquid fertilizer. Hold on, I'm trying to grab something that you buy in the bottles. And it didn't take me long to realize that this was a better buy for my coins. And I got one more I can show you that's been the game changer of them all. And I'm not using it today, but hang on one time. Okay, so I don't see it. Like, is it out here or something? Oh yeah, it is out here. Lord have mercy. But this has been the game changer for me. And this is instant compost tea by the same Mighty Plants plant food. And it doesn't stink, and it actually smells kind of nice. It smells almost like molasses, sweet, like that. Because I live in an apartment, and those smells, I just can't. Yeah, my stomach is sensitive in my old age. And plus, I'm doing a lot more hydroponics. So, hydroponics, when you're growing in a large quantity, the reason why you pay attention to your plants is because they all require different things, from fruiting plants to fruiting plants, meaning a tomato plant, lettuces and greens, which are leafy plants. And in this particular unit, to which all of I'm trying to convert to a grow or a vegging fertilizer. Yeah, let me say that, a more vegging fertilizer. This is why I'm totally baffled at how Regina is still pushing out fruits, because I have not given any phosphorus or anything of that nature for fruiting or budding plants. I've only been doing my vegetative fertilizer and my micro roots, which are for the protection of the roots. Let me check the chat again. I've seen that, definitely. Right. Can I mix up my crystals and water for my hydro in advance? I have 3 different bottles of crystals. Can you mix up your crystals and water? I'm thinking you're talking about your hydroponic A and B solution that have crystals inside of the. You can mix it up ahead of time, but I would wait until you're actually about to use it, because once you add water to the crystals, it starts the clock on how long that fertilizer is good for. And usually a liquid fertilizer has a shelf life of 2 to 3 years. Hands in the dirt. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. So fill a large bowl with water in it. No. Who said that? Farmer Chaz? No, because if you put a container with a large, or should I say water in a large container, and you put your hydroponic plants that you're trying to protect straight into that water, you're going to shock them. You use the old fertilizer water that is in your hydroponic unit to fill up the container to put your plants in until you finish cleaning your unit. Then you take them out of that water that you just used, or they were in, that they're used to, and put them in the new clean unit, and they should be okay. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rosie's Room. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Morning. Everybody is speaking. You're up early. This is my usual time. Email you. Okay, that's good. I get a lot of emails. I can, yep. Happy to help any way I can. Everybody is speaking. She is fertilizing. Yes, I am. Virginia fruit grower. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Yes, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. I appreciate your support. Good morning, Teardrum Gold. Thank you for scrolling through. Miss Patty's Kitchen, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm interested to see the whole system. Rosie's room. How many shells are on it? Okay, Rosie, I will show you. Bridget Harris, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Wow, y'all been chatting. Okay, let me go ahead on while I'm looking at this. But this is my Elsa's Grow Kit. Hang on, I gotta fix my... This is my Elsa's Grow Kit. It is 4 tiers high. The top tier, well, should I say, each tier has 7 plants on each side, 7 on this side, 7 on that side, 14 plants. And then 14 plants on each tier, 56 plants on the total contraption here. And it runs off of clay pebbles, which are my favorite soilless medium to use. And I just added the clone collars just because it's less work involved with the clay pebbles. You don't have to keep spraying the tops to keep the plant down and things like that. But once you start growing, you understand how to grow in things like this. And yeah, I got to get over here and feed these because they are suffering. The water level ain't that low, but it's low enough for them to, yeah, they tripping over here. They need some more. And it's been a while since I fed them anyway. But this is another unit that runs off of clay pebbles also. To which that's what I'm switching over to a majority of my house plants and everything. It's going to be in clay pebbles or some sort of mineral-based substrate. Bridget Harris, did I speak to you? Thank you for scrolling through. Thanks for this valuable anytime, Miss Shirley. Hello, Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. Tasharia. Goodies Home said, good morning, sis. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. David Corey with Crop. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. The Analytic Gardener, thank you for scrolling through. Good morning. I appreciate your time. Gardening is my peace. Thank you for scrolling through. Mr. Bowtie, like, what you looking at? So, Annie McCarno, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I think I caught up, y'all. But like I said, I need to feed my other microgreens over there because they looking dry and hungry. So I'm guessing I'm here doing it at the right time, and I'm not going to try to slide that because it's a mess under there. So I'm going to make up another batch of what was in here? Oh, I just mixed up some. Let me see how much is in there. Oh, it's full. That's why. Okay, so we're right along. I need to empty out this water because I don't know. Oh, I was rinsing. Yeah. Hang on, y'all. I gotta get this out of here because I don't want no mix up with my fertilizer. Because that's a small unit. They don't need that much. And since I have it out here, where is my girl? Oh, Lord. Put the top back on here. Oh, man, I just done set y'all down like, what's going on? My fault, y'all. I'm about to get my, feed my, hydroponic unit over here. Because they over there struggling real bad. And it's awful because, yeah, I plan on eating those. So why when I screw it one way, it don't tighten, but the good grief. Okay, so now I need some more water. Wow. And then I just said I wasn't finna move that, and look what I'm doing. Okay, I gotta grab some water. My apologies, y'all. Oh wait, is this water right here? It sure is. Yes. Thank you kindly. I appreciate you for being right there. So what I'm doing now is mixing up some more fertilizer. And since I have to feed, it looks like about a half a gallon of water to, that ain't even enough. A half a gallon of water to the hydroponic unit. I'm gonna make a gallon of fertilizer and just spread it out to other plants. Ooh, I need to check the time because I went back there to get this water and my stomach started growling. Like, what time is it, girl? Because you hungry. Okay, it's almost 8 o'clock. Sure is. I'm hungry. So I deserve a break today. That's what I deserve. Let me check the chat. Shamika, did I speak to you? An entrepreneurial diary? Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Hello, Soul Diva. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling, scrolling. Everybody is speaking. Well, who's that? The Nichols 13. Thank you for scrolling through. Wow, that looks amazing. Thank you. Gardening is my piece. You're doing a great job. I appreciate it. Chat Cropper. Everybody is speaking at work. Thank you, sis. I appreciate your time scrolling through Growing with Husson. You have a blessed one too. Good morning. Everybody is speaking. Okay, I'm just being nosy, y'all. Because I'm hungry. Wow, look at your lemons. Uh-oh. Miss Tia. Unfortunately, yeah. Let me show you my Charlie Brown tree. Since you should happen to see it, but yeah. This is what you call a fake, not real. It's decorations because I like decorating my pots, like my pineapple. Pineapples don't flower. That's not a real plant in there. And a couple of more other pots are like this. But this is the actual lemon tree right here. And it's been doing it's acting up because the leaves are looking funky over here. I don't know what this is doing. Then these keep on falling off. I'm scared to touch it because it's prickly. So, yeah, it's a little Charlie Brown little lemon tree. But as long as it's hanging on, I'm going to let it. I was going to cash it out, but that lemon is giving me hope. But they not real. It's just decorations. Okay, let me throw my AirPods in. Listening from the bush is gonna take my daughter to school. I appreciate your time, Farmer Chaz, but I'm finna wrap this up so I can go and eat. I think an hour has been long enough. That's what I think. Because I still got work to do. This is still my weedy pop-up, and I gotta get these rocks up off of my floor that I keep stepping on. Where I pop up in my garden while I'm working and show y'all what I got growing on. So I'm not done, but at the same time, I gotta eat and take care of myself like I'm taking care of these good plants. So with that being said, I'm gonna scroll through this good chat one more good time. But I want to sit down because, yeah, I need to relax my feet. Or my feet. I need to relax my back. Without tearing up some stuff. Woo! I feel better. There we go. Let me scroll through the chat one good time. And then I'll be out. Miss Patty's Kitchen and Gardening Home. Did I speak to you? Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Oh, yeah, I think I did, maybe. Oh, yeah, because I don't know how I got back there. I really do want to try those clay pebbles. I saw one of those in your live. Okay, Miss Soini, yeah, clay pebbles, and they're easy. Once you start learning about how to use them, it's just a soilless medium. Like, no more soil. You don't have to handle the stuff. And they easy to care for. Tamika D, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Are those microgreens in the... Yes, ma'am, microgreens. I have microgreens growing all over the place. Matter of fact, I've been eating. I'll show you off the ones I've been eating off of. In my new little hydroponic system that also, yeah, because I kept seeing people getting hydroponic systems and they just put one in my face like they knew I was going to buy it. And they was right. So I did. And here we are. But these are the microgreens I've been eating on this side right here. And I need to raise the light over here also. Maybe. There we go. But yeah, this is how I'm going to be doing my microgreens from now on. They are also in my soilless medium, to which a better example are these nasturtiums over here. This is the same medium that the microgreens are growing in. And this is more of a, you can find that in like cactus blends as well as the clay pebbles. They come with a variety of names like pond, leca, clay pebbles, hydroton. Hydroton is how I was introduced to it. So that's what I didn't even know about the leca until I started following people that were growing in leca, which are clay pebbles. Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to put my face all in the screen, but trying to set it back down so I ain't gotta hold it. Good morning. People are still speaking. Okay, y'all. Kanisha Glover, thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hey, hands. Oh, you got this growing thing. Thank you so much, the Nichols 13. I'm trying and learning new stuff as I grow. Looking good, sis. Thank you. Yes, grab my breakfast. I appreciate you saying that because my stomach is growling. And I'm sure y'all got things to do yourself. Jackie Cooper, thank you for scrolling through. We are winding down, literally, because we are finished. And I appreciate y'all time scrolling through. Peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Catch y'all later. Have a productive day on purpose.